In an organization in a city known as the Neo City Organization, there were 4 leaders. The main ones being Shyzuli and Al Empress. And the second 2 main leaders being me, Nice King aka Zing, and my other pal, Iniasco, the 2 twins. The 2 identical twins fused into one. Except me being main friends with Locke, of course, which is Shyzuli, one of the main leaders, just like Al Empress. Us 2 were the best of friends. And Shyzuli and Al Empress being cousins. And Locke calling Iniasco an accident. But I don't think he did it on accident, he did it as a joke. Gotta say, it made us all laugh. And for Iniasco, he got irritated, but he didn't care at all because he's a good friend. He respects our decisions on what we call him. But I gotta say, if you don't want to be called something, then that person has to respect it. But Locke did respect it, and we all knew that already. So we did nothing about it. Besides us joking around and stuff, us 4 protected the Neo City Organization. The organization that we built as friends together to protect the land from a threat known as Changerverse Machiko. At that time, he was known as Master Machiko, only ruling over a few lands. But eventually, he tried to go after ours for revenge. And Locke, aka, well, of course, you know Shyzuli, and Al Empress, those 2, when we were too weak and vulnerable, non-vulnerable to fight, you would say, they protected us, stepped in, and doing so, as the friends we were, eventually, despair arose over that hope we had, to almost taking down Changerverse Machiko. Well, at that time, like I said, known as Master Machiko. Let's just call him Master Machiko in the meantime. Anyways, eventually, as we kept on fighting against Master Machiko, he eventually snuck into the city. And then while we weren't around, he took over the main square of the city. Eventually, the 4 of us got ready to fight back. But in a different way, we decided to go spy style. We didn't understand how serious the situation was going to be because of us joking around then. But it wasn't a joke to us. To us, we were serious about him taking over our city. He called it Changerverse City from then on, instead of the ultimate Neo City. Eventually, Master Machiko, after calling it Changerverse City and taking over, started to say he wanted to make a deal with us, saying to us, if you joined me and helped me rule over the slaves of this city, I will give you infinite gold. Of course, none of us agreed. We continued to fight, but we eventually lost. Even Locke himself. Locke almost won. But we had a secret plan. After he took us down, an order, more like an organization against him, was created. We called it the Rebels. Us 4 got ready to fight back against Changerverse Machiko. By then, he was eventually called Changerverse Machiko. Now we're gonna call him Changerverse Machiko. Anyways, our plan was to create the organization first against him. And then, after creating the organization known as the Rebels, me and Locke and Al Empress decided to ask him about his deal, but in a different kind of way. Our plan was to become 3 leaders, him being the main leader of all of us, with him eventually agreeing. Actually, we were actually undercover. An undercover plan to take down Changerverse Machiko. But suddenly, one day, that all went wrong. Locke suddenly disappeared one day, and we were all filled with despair, to the point where we all gave up with the plan. I was filled with anger and despair. I eventually betrayed the rebels and ended up becoming a proper leader of one of the 4 leaders. And everybody else still continues the plan to this day without me, and I'm quite aware of that. But I just can't, cause they're my friends. Just where are you, Locke? Another day in this heartless and cruel city. Another day of paperwork. Man, before Changerverse made me one of the 4 leaders of the Changerverse organization, I remember before he took over the city, this place was not that way. But now it is, but whatever. I really wish things went back to the way they were. Before all this paperwork. Before I became one of the 4 leaders. Well, that is kind of my fault that I'm in this position. But whatever. I just need to live with it. There's no way I could turn back time unless my friend's back to life, which is lucky. Where are you, Rocky? You're the one who you had the power to defeat. Well, I can't turn back time, but you had the power to defeat Changerverse Machiko. Anyways, ever since that day, I've just been wondering, where did Lucky go? I'm still wondering that same question. I need to stop worrying about it, because this is my life now. Paperwork and protecting the leader, which is Changerverse Machiko, which he now calls himself Neo Machiko. I don't even give a crap, I hate that guy. I just act like I like him to show that he's truly my leader, but still, it frustrates me every time I think about that guy. Every time I think about Lucky though, it brings me sadness. He used to bring me happiness every time I thought of him. He was such a good friend. Where the hell did he go? But like I said, this is my life now, so I need to stop worrying about it, but I just can't. I can't stop worrying about it. I just feel like I shouldn't. I just have this strange feeling that I, well, shouldn't, like I already said. But I didn't say for that reason. But the amount of memories we had together, we were the best of friends. No, we were best friends. Well, our Empress and Shyzuli both ruled over together, but me and Iniesco helped them still. And that means we're also one of the leaders. They even told us that we are. So, I don't know what I'm talking about for that part, but still though. I just... Why that day? Ever since Lucky disappeared, Changerverse Machiko won. And now, we have to forget about Shyzuli. That's what Iniesco told me. But of course, I don't need to listen to him anymore. But still though, I could do whatever I want now, but I just held on to that promise that I always will. Because until we find Lucky, then if we truly know the reason why he disappeared, then we can remember him again. And anyone that looks like him, we will just think of as a random person, because that can't be Lucky. He's dead, isn't he? That's the only reason. That's the only reason. It truly is. Changerverse Machiko only created the 4 leaders, the Order. Ever since I joined, he got that idea because of how strong I was. And he banded the 4 strongest leaders together. But our Empress only became one of the 4 leaders because she left because of anger and despair, just like me. And she stayed my friend, and we stopped being friends with Iniesco. But we get this feeling that we still are friends, we just don't talk anymore. But that's not the reason, and that's truly true, in my opinion. And Changerverse Machiko being the leader of all 4. The second strongest is a mystery. I think it was meant to be Shyzuli because Shyzuli left the organization. He used to be the leader. Before he disappeared, he left the organization to go on a journey to find a way to defeat Changerverse Machiko. But he became one of the 4 leaders to become an undercover agent. But me and our Empress became actual leaders ever since he disappeared because of the despair we felt. And the only person we could bring that anger on was the leader of the rebels, Iniesco, our old friend, because he's the reason why we got kicked out. Well, I will find Locke, and then I will definitely join him once more, instead of me and our Empress being filled with so much despair because of Locke's disappearance, to end up staying in the, well, the Order. But for now, we are enemies with Iniesco, and we are the Order, the 3 greatest fighters, with a missing member known as Shyzuli, a member undercover with us, but we're no longer undercover because of his disappearance, and it will stay that way probably forever, so I just had to live with that. And so I will. Anyways, I gotta work on some more paperwork. But first I'll take a nap. I won't get in trouble for that from, well, Changerverse Machiko, the idiot. I must have a nap! I don't know why I needed to make it so dramatic. Finally get to sleep. Hopefully I don't have nightmares about what I just talked about, because I usually do when I bring up the topic. It's just so painful. Hey there, Nice King. I'm just playing my trumpet. Bring it on, my shy friend. I've got a saxophone instead. Let's see what you got! Hey, you wanna continue the song? Hey, Locke, stop playing another one of your practical jokes. I get it now. I'm guessing this is the part where you try and jump scare me. Well, you can't do it this time, so I recommend you come out, because I'm ready. Where are you, Locke? The joke's over. This isn't funny anymore. Please come out. Locke, we're supposed to defeat Master Machiko. You can't leave me now. If you've done that, then please, come back! Come back! What in the Sam hell? Locke, where did you go? A beach. If I remember correctly, I was just underwater just a few seconds ago. Darn it. I used my powers to teleport somewhere again because of nightmares, but I don't think it's a nightmare. Well, it is a nightmare, but it feels more like I'm having a nightmare. I didn't teleport here because of a nightmare. I wish I could have been here with you, Locke. Where did you go? Where did you have to go? Locke! I'm glad. Since it's break time for paperwork. Phew. Finally a break from paperwork. Man, that was a lot of paperwork. Alright, you think you can hide from me by using invisibility? Well, that ain't gonna work on me, pal! Now face me head on! There's no way. It can't be. It can't be Lockie. He acts different from the Lockie I know, so that's definitely not him. But still, he may have still... Never mind, he's not alive. This is a faker. This is probably another one of, Changerverse Machico's creations to try and tease me. Alright, I'm gonna take him down then. Sorry, pal, but prepare to be taken down! Nice, King!